before now, we have a governor, before today, who thought...
Governor Ododo?
No.
Which one?
We have a governor before Ododo.
That's Governor Yahaya Bello.
Okay.
Is that the person you are referring to?
Yes. Who thought, being in the office, that life in the office is... He behaves like what Plato referred to as Leviathan, that dish out tribute to chronics and punishment to dissenting voice at will. Life after office. For some months, he was on self-exile as a result of his case with EFCC. He's beginning to see that the life when he was a governor, being in government, is different from outside the government. Thus, he cannot wait till 2027 to run for election. Either he win or lose. He is finding all manner of way possible to get back to power, including presenting himself as a bait to purport the recall that will not see the light of the day, because the mandate that Senator Natasha is heading on to is overwhelmingly given to her by the people. In fact, what is happening today is reassurance of legitimacy.
What evidence do you have to the effect that Governor or former Governor Yahaya Bello is behind the recall? And he wanted to say, because that is what we are inferring, that Yahaya Bello wants Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan's seat. What evidence do you have?
Let me tell you, Mr. Shehu. The purported issue of recall started from they have a meeting in Glasshouse. They call it stakeholder meeting. Note, stakeholder meeting, APC stakeholders meeting. We have the records; they are there. We had in Lokoja, not in our senatorial district.
You first said that it started in Benghazi.
No, I'm telling you where they had the meeting.
The meeting was in Lokoja,
yes,
in Glasshouse.
When after they took an order from Benghazi, we have to recall her. In fact, they were saying that it's the villa, but that is
so. Benghazi is who lives in Benghazi in Wuse?
You don't know. Everybody is aware who lives in Benghazi.
I'm not aware.
The former governor lives in Benghazi.
Yahaya Bello lives in Benghazi, in Abuja.
Yes.
And so that was where the order for the recall of Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan started from. Yes. And there was a meeting
in Glasshouse in Lokoja.
But do you have evidence to all of this?
The evidence are there. We have it. They are there. The records. You
have mole inside their camp, or what? How do you
this is political terrain. Informations are there. We have this information. Same way. In fact, if whatever former Governor Yahaya Bello is doing today, it takes only 2-3 minutes for Senator Natasha Akpoti to get the knowledge of it. As simple as that. Why? Senator Natasha Akpoti is loved by the people. On the other hand, those ones are trying to use financial inducement to purchase the love of the people. So you can seldom get a commensurate love, natural love, organic love, than the one you are trying to purchase.
So what you are alleging right now is that Yahaya Bello wants Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan's seat.
Yes.
And that is the origin of the recall.
The recall. Okay. And note, this issue of recall, people sat, right? And it's strategy that since Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, people have been coming to National Assembly to protest. She has been traveling abroad. She has been doing. So let us distract her. They know that the process of recall is cumbersome. Seldom to see the light of the day. But by the time you give her that problem, it will now distract her, or even us, the constituents, who needs to fight for her reinstatement. We will now focus on what to recall as remove suspension.
That's the game plan.
That's the game plan.
According to, from your own perspective.
That's the theory. That's the game plan. But guess what? It's failing.
How? Because
Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan is loved by the people.
The same people who are gathering.
Oh no! See what you have there.
She had 43,000 votes or thereabout.
She has 54,000 votes.
Yeah.
During the general election. Yes. While the second opponent, which is Engineer Bakar of APC, had 51,000 votes.
Now, in that,
in 2 days,
250 3,000 or 251,000 signatures already submitted to INEC for Senator Natasha. And there are those who have come out to say, look, Natasha is embarrassing us. She's disgraced our senatorial district. Let her come back home. These are the same concerns we are talking about.
You know why we are talking about this recall? If not ordinarily, we won't even talk about it. We'll just allow them to go and try and fail woefully as usual. Because they have a history of failure. But Nigeria being the country it is currently, as we speak, corruption has been a bane for our development. In fact, one scholar said Nigeria as a giant of Africa is economically stagnating, democratically dramatizing, agriculturally adulterated or backwarding as a result of what? Inept corruption. If you take away corruption, I can tell you for free, Senator Natasha Apoto, the pathological system, Senator Natasha Apoto does not even need to travel. Because even the people that are carrying out this act are aware that without any form of corruption or any manipulation, systemic manipulation, it will never see the light of the day. Our people, in fact, this issue has once again reassure the love our people has for Senator Natasha Apoto. Let me tell you a brief history of my place. Between the creation of Kogi State and 2014, Kogi Central have not had someone as the governor or to lead the state. Governor Yahaya Bello happened to be the first son of the soil to lead the state. And people in the Central revered him. In fact, they surrender. Are you with me, sir?
Yeah.
They surrender to him. Unknown to him that this surrendering is not out of fear or coerce. It's the respect that a mother who has clamored for a son or a child, whenever one begets, you over-pamper the child, out of abundance of love. Yabelo now misconstrue the love our people has for him for fear. Senator Natasha Apoto is the reason, is the bridge between the oppressed and the oppressor in my place. Is the liberator. That if you belong to Senator Natasha Apoto to a very large extent, you are free. In one of your programs,
in land or where?
In one of your programs, someone once referred to a senator to Yahaya Bello appointee as happy slaves. Distinguished Senator Smart Ademi, I watch it in your program, one of your programs. Happy slaves. The only person leader that could not be conquered in our place is Senator Natasha Apoto. In fact, she is the person that a practical example of, if you have read about Queen Amina of Zaria.
Of Zozo.